Good afternoon and welcome to Salem College Soccer, coming to you live from Winston-Salem, North Carolina on TriadSportsCoverage.com. My name is Mike Pettaway, and I'm joined in the broadcast, we're going to call it a booth today, Miss Sarah McCormick, who is a former player for the Salem Spirit. So she knows all about the success story of this soccer program. But today we're in a special environment. It's the Great South Athletic Conference postseason tournament. The winner of this tournament gets an automatic bid to the NCAA Division III playoffs, and I know it's an important game, but you expect Salem to win. I guess, Sarah, about every time they take the field, you've grown accustomed to seeing Salem be the dominant team.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and a lot of the teams in our conference we don't see. I was a coach for 3 years, so we didn't see them in regular season play. So a lot of times the one thing you do get with the tournament is the element of surprise because you're seeing people you haven't necessarily played already in the season. So,
and today the Spirit will be taking on the Owls from University of Maine, Presque Isle. And I want to say hi to those folks up in Maine. I was on your website yesterday, and I noticed that your school was closed because of inclement weather, which means I'm sure it's snow in Maine. So it's around 49 to 50 degrees here in Winston-Salem. Kind of a partly cloudy afternoon, but still plenty of sunshine. We're sitting kind of facing the sun off to an angle, so we're going to be squinting, I guess, to see what's going on. But it promises to be a great game. All the games we've done here with Salem College, we've seen some really good soccer, and it's been fun to watch these young ladies. And if you look over at them, they're all in good spirits, in good mood, just ready to get this game underway. We will be joined later on in the booth by another one of the, she's actually on the injured reserve, I guess you'd call it, for the Salem Spirit. And she is a part-time, or she's a goalkeeper when she is playing. It's Richie Hutchins. She did a game for us, I think the last game I broadcast, she came over and sat. And I've had some other former players, Sarah, that have helped me throughout the year. And if I tried to say who they were, I'd get it wrong. But whoever you were, believe me, I appreciated your expert commentary. I appreciated the fact that we were able to bring those games because of kids stepping up and helping us. And I also want to mention while we're here before the game starts that we are planning to broadcast the Salem College basketball season on TriadSportsCoverage.com. We're looking forward to getting that season underway. I think the first game is November 20th, which is not very far away. I'll tell you, Sarah, the older you get, the quicker time goes by. Here it is, almost Christmas, and there's Taylor Norman waving at me and acting silly as she always does.
Shocking.
Yeah, shocking. So we're just about set to get these lineups. I suppose they'll do the national anthem, Sarah, before they get underway. It looks like Paige Ketchum's going to be in the net today for the Spirit. So the one thing about Coach Callahan, we've said it over and over, he's got plenty of players in the uniform. It's always, when you open up the program, you looked at it and you think they got enough players at Salem compared to what the other teams have. Because I think Salem College is starting to become a soccer school. I mean, as far as the level that they play, they are one of the most dominant teams in the area. And I got to take my hat off to Coach Callahan for how he was able to come in here and take a program that wasn't very successful and just kind of mold it into something that he wants it to be, and he's done a great job. And I'm sure something is about to happen. The public address announcer is getting ready to make some announcements.
Great South Athletic Conference Soccer Championships. In today's first semifinal game, the number 1 seeded Spirits of Salem College take on the number 4 seeded Owls of the University of Maine at Presque Isle.
It's interesting how the team stands right in front of us. So the field just disappeared. But they are introducing the lineups.
A defender, number 16, Jasmine Cody. A midfielder, number 5, Nicole Sear. A midfielder, number 8, Jessica Dickinson. A defender, number 19, Janae Libby. In goal, number 27, Allison Lopez. A defender, number 20, Chelsea Lenz Bollier. A midfielder, number 4, Samantha Nadeau. A midfielder, number 9, Alana Pratt. A midfielder, number 21, Michaela Tracy. At forward, number 15, Bethany Hill.
There was a public address announcer introducing the starting lineup for the visitors from the University of Maine and Presque Isle. Now he's going to introduce the Salem Spirit starting lineup.
And now the starters for the number 1 seeded Spirits of Salem. In goal, number 0, Paige Ketchum. A midfielder, number 7, Summer Rich. A midfielder, number 8, Taylor Norman. At forward, number 9, Sawyer Ferguson. At forward, number 11, Sydney Priest. A defender, number 16, Heather Huffman. A midfielder, number 19, Natalie Mojica. A forward, number 20, Taryn Johnson. A defender, number 21, Morgan Canepa. A forward, number 24, Brooke Bucas.
Number 3.
Number 3, Kylie Dillo, a midfielder. The head coach is Jay Callahan, assisted by Thomas Moore, Rents Callahan, and Mike Holman.
So that's your starting lineups, folks. And now we're going to take another break for the
SALEM College's Jacqueline Ho.
singing of the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
So that's the national anthem being sung beautifully by a student here at Salem College. And it's always nice when they do a national anthem live. A lot of times you hear recordings of someone singing or playing it, but that was really really impressive that they bring someone out from the school to sing the national anthem. You know, I was sitting here thinking when they were introducing the starting lineup for Salem, and this is probably my 5th game, but every name he calls out, I'm thinking, wow, wow. You know, just a lot of good players, and that's not even counting the 20-something sitting over here on the bench. So we're getting ready to kick this game underway, and it's University of Maine Presque Isle against the Salem Spirit, and we want to welcome everyone listening in. Hopefully we got some fans up in Maine, and I used to live in Nebraska, so I know what the snow is about. So if you can dig your way out, hopefully the weather will be pretty good for you. But like I say, down here in Carolinas, we're around 50 degrees, which is pretty cool. But I think the last time Sarah did a game with me, it was probably in the 80s or maybe 90. It was really horrible out here. So today is really a comfortable afternoon. This will be the first of 2 semifinal games, I believe it is, today they'll be playing. And then the winner of this game and the winner of the following game will be back on this field tomorrow at noon for the Great South Athletic Conference Championship, and then that school will win the automatic berth to the NCAA Division III tournament. We're underway with the Owls kicking it down, but it's intercepted again by the midfielders. One thing about I've been impressed with Salem this season is they have a strong midfield and defense that it's hard to penetrate. I mean, a lot of games that I've seen, it's almost entirely played beyond the midfield line.
Right.
This is a great vantage point. I've been doing games from over there by the scoreboard, and we lose sight when they go down So now we can see it. Oh, there's a great shot on goal, but it is a save.
Shot by Sawyer Ferguson.
So Ferguson took the first shot.
Number 9, Sawyer Ferguson, save for Lopez.
So goalkeeper Lopez with a save for the Owls.
Salem's already on the attack and pushing pretty hard from the get-go.
There's one right in front of no one there to take a shot on net. Here goes Salem again, taking the ball away at midfield. Nice play by defender, kicking that ball back toward the other end of the field. But again, Salem is all over the ball. They're aggressive. I mean, there's 2 or 3 players going right at the ball every time someone's touching it.
Yep,
Here comes a shot for
Sawyer.
and that did everything but go in. It was a perfect play. Great passing, great awareness of what was going on around her, and
great cross by Sawyer.
Oh,
and just
great.
mishit by.
Don't let me talk over you because you're the expert.
Aaron Johnson with
Now you've said you've played in some of these conference tournament games, and even though you don't play these schools usually during the season, a little bit added intensity, I guess, because you want to win the tournament.
Right. Well, I didn't play at Salem. I played at Pfeiffer, but I coached at Salem for 3 years, and so, I mean, it's just there's a different. Even if you beat a team twice during the season, coming into conference tournaments, it's a different atmosphere.
They always say it's hard to beat a team 3 times in 1 year. There's a shot hit off the crossbar. That was right on target, and the goalie did deflect it up. There's another shot. Nice nice location.
Yeah. Good save by the goalkeeper.
Yeah, she was able to jump up and keep, because that was going in the net, but she deflected just enough that it bounced off the crossbar. And
it's a corner for Salem.
So now we got a corner kick. I think it might be probably Sydney Priest takes a lot of her corner kicks. We'll see.
Oh, short ball.
Short one.
Didn't even make it into the box. Oh.
Brooke Bucas. Okay, it was Brooke Bucas taking the corner kick. I stand corrected.
No, it was Sydney.
It was?
Yeah, I think Brooke took the shot.
Oh, okay.
No, it's Sydney, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. She takes corners.
Oh, another corner.
Another corner kick. It'll be number 11, Sydney Priest. I've actually done enough games where I'm starting to recognize name and number.
Yeah.
And these jerseys, you can read the numbers. When they wear the Bumblebee shirts, it's hard to see.
Number 11, Sydney Priest.
So here's a Priest from the far corner with the corner kick.
Great service.
Right out in front of the goal, and it is loose in front of the net now.
Dropping back, trying to recompose. Oh.
There's one that's going to be a one bouncer to the goalkeeper.
Long shot out. Pretty easy for the keeper.
That was number 3, Kylie Dillo, taking that shot from about 20, 25 yards out. They're playing right out in front of us here, and they've got one over the top, but it is going to be defended by Salem. They've got 1, 2, now 3 defenders in front of the net. And, that was a miss hit.
Bad clearance for Salem.
Again, they turn the ball up the other way with a pass out for Bucas. She's down the left side. See if she can turn it in. There's some contact and a whistle. They're going to call it against Bucas, I think. They pointed. A little too much pushing from the behind and contact, but I did a football game last night, and I didn't see a tackle that good. So it'll be a free kick for the Owls from Presque Isle, University of Maine, Presque Isle. Nice kick that's headed right toward us, and it bounces off our table. No harm, no foul. You need to use your header on that, Sarah. Again, there's no score with 39:47 to play in the first half. It'll be a throw-in for Presque Isle from right in front of us, almost at midfield. Here goes the long throw-in. It's going to be headed out by Salem. Presque Isle had a chance. They were down in the box and making some noise, but it did get kicked out by a Salem player. Now they're headed the other direction.
Sam was controlling the ball early. And just finishing the offensive chances is going to be the key to today.
Going to have to finish them off. That Taylor Norman with the ball over to Mojica. And now Sydney Priest with a left-footed shot that was well wide of the goal. So it'll be a goal kick for Presque Isle from University of Maine at Presque Isle. You ever been to Maine?
I have not. I'm not a cold weather.
I actually graduated high school in Connecticut, so I know how New England weather can be. It can be pretty tough up there.
No, this is about as cold as I can take.
We moved to Carolina to get away from the Nebraska and then in the northeast weather. And the first year we were here, we had 6 inches of snow,
which never happened.
No. So it will be a throw-in on the opposite side of the field from our vantage point, or it's going to be a free kick.
Yeah.
I guess they call a foul on one of the Salem defenders. Free kick is by number 20, who is Chelsea Lenz Bellew. Nice long kick, comes down near the box, but it is taken away by Salem. That was an errant pass there. It just wasn't. Priest was well behind that ball, could not catch up to it. Goes out of bounds for a throw-in. Mojica and Priest on defense. Here goes Bucas with a opportunity. Oh, whoa.
Handball by
I think Mojica forgot it was not basketball today, and she swatted at it.
Spirits foul.
So it'll be a free kick right out in front of our midfield vantage point. And it is number 20, again, taking the free kick, and her name is Chelsea. And I think it's Lenz Bellew or Bolu. I butchered these names. I apologize for that, folks. But here's another great kick for the Owls.
One by Natalie, and the Owls just started to get their feet under and start attacking.
Yeah, that was Kylie Villo with the kicking out of bounds on the sideline. So it'll be a throw-in down in the deep in the Salem end of the field. We have 36 minutes and 40 seconds and counting. No score in this semifinal Great South Athletic Conference Soccer Championship. Coming to you from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Partly cloudy. Right now it's a big ball of sunlight coming right in our eyes. It's hard to see beyond the other end of the field. But we are enjoying a great 50-degree afternoon here with some great soccer. And there's a kick again that's controlled by Salem at midfield, but they do control it.
Yep. Sawyer's dribbling down the sideline.
Beautiful pass.
Yep.
It just
across that didn't
like you say, we're not finishing off what we get right to the point where we can score. And there's that might have been a handball. They didn't call it. Priest down the left side to Bucas.
She's offside.
Someone was offsides.
Yeah, it was Brooke. Offsides.
So Bucas was called for offsides, and the Owls will get a free kick from down around their goal. It's number 20 again taking the free kick. She's got a nice. She kicks the ball far. I mean, it's a nice leg to kick that.
And the Owls trying to come up with an attack.
But again, the defense for Salem is right at midfield, and they don't let that ball get very far behind them. Mojica to Bucas. Bucas is onside, I think, this time. Yep. She centers it, and it's going to be a goal. Oh. Nope. Oh, wow.
Across to Sawyer, and she just missed it.
Right in front of the net. Everything but the score. It's like the player from Presque Isle is down. The referee has stopped the clock for injury timeout. Did you ever get injured playing soccer?
he got a concussion.
Oh, wow. You know, concussions are so common anymore. I mean, every time you go to a sporting event, someone seems to get a concussion. The coaches and the trainer is out talking to. I can't see the number of the player that is down, but she's right out in front of the net. She may have been kicked by, there's some feet flying around in front of that net, so she may have been hit by someone's foot. They're looking, I think, at around her head. I think they're looking at.
Yeah.
It almost looks like they're doing a concussion check because they're holding her in. But we'll see. We don't want to speculate what's wrong. We'll see what happens when she now gets to her feet, and that's always a good sign. She's walking off the field, kind of under her own power. That's number 19, which is Janae Libby, and Janae is just a freshman.
Entering the game for the Owls, number 6, Abigail DeVoe.
So Abigail DeVoe will enter the game for Janae. We hope she's all right. It's a lot of times you get shaken up, and after you get the cobwebs cleared out, you're okay. But that initial impact is always can be pretty scary. But I think she's okay. She's walking around with the trainers. So the free kick, and Taylor Norman heads it back from midfield down towards the goal. Here goes the attack again by Salem.
Yep, Summer Rich trying to weave her way in through.
No, the keeper had it. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, the keeper had it.
And Salem continues to press and trying to find some way to shot by Natalie and just well over the cross.
A little bit long on that kick, but that would have been if you'd had a line drive on that kick, that would have probably gone in. But she got under it a little bit, and it looked great from here, but it was nowhere near the goal.
Yep. Salem's doing well to possess the ball, but that final third is proving to cause some problems.
So that goal kick was returned back down by Bucas, who's down the sideline, centers it. Oh, it's a miss hit by defense that goes, I think, across the sideline for a throw-in. And Bucas, I believe, is throwing it in from our vantage point. We can't tell, but there's Priest with a crossing, and Presque Isle bringing the ball back, but it's going to be taken away by the midfield.
Summer Rich. The Owls are trying to find any way to get the ball out of the defensive third.
Like Heather Huffman on the other side of the field trying to get it down into some scoring territory. Now we got another breakaway for Salem ball. Beautiful pass.
Great save by the keeper, too.
That keeper has her eyes on the ball, and that was a great – that kick had something on it, and then it actually rebounded out, and she dove on it and protected that ball from going in. Great play by the keeper. Keeper is, I believe, Allison Lopez, I believe is her name.
Yeah, I think so.
Taylor Norman trying to get it in the center, and she hits it right up against someone from the other team and does get the rebound. She is taken down to the ground. Going to be a free kick, probably going to be
about 45 minutes out. I think Morgan Canepa is going to. Yep. This girl's bleeding.
So we got going to have another stoppage of play. 32:06 to play in the first half. They're going to call on a trainer. The trainer went up with the other injured player, so there is no trainer. Now we got the trainer running back from his. That's not a good sign when the busiest person in the field is your trainer. But he's coming over. I'm sure they're going to.
Can't keep up with the.
Yeah, I don't know how much.
I think she got a bloody nose.
Was it?
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of contact, and he's going to walk her off the field toward the would be the east end, I guess, of the field.
Sam, step out to the right.
I can't see the number.
There's a number. I can't see who it is that's hurt. It's a. Oh, it was close right over the bar. You know, Salem has had quite a few opportunities to put it in the net, and they just haven't been able to finish it. And
Shot number 21, Morgan.
so I know what the theme of Coach Callahan's halftime talk is going to be. We played Agnes Scott here a few weeks ago. We'd already beat them 5-0 in the earlier game, and it was like we couldn't do anything right.
Yeah.
You know, but then once we scored, it kind of got into a
easier,
rhythm.
yeah. That first goal is always tends to be a little harder, and then they get easier from there. Takes the
Taylor
pressure
Norman,
off.
the left footer, is going to roll right into the arms of the keeper. And you know, too, the longer you let a team stay in a game,
Yep.
that builds their confidence, and it lessens your confidence, and all of a sudden, a freaky play can be a game-winning goal.
Yeah.
Contact with Taylor Norman, no call. She controls of that midfield
Oh, long ball into the corner for Sawyer.
all the way
I
to the
don't
corner,
think
and it's
she's-
going to be
too far.
over. So it'll be a goal kick for Presque Isle. I don't think they've had a shot on our goal, have they? First half, I don't remember
don't
seeing
know.
Paige catch them have to save anything.
They got down there once, and they went out for a goal kick, because I think they're...
So again, it's number 20, Chelsea Lynn's Bolu. I'm sorry, I can't say that right. But the goal kick is momentarily controlled by Salem. Now it is controlled by Salem. Again, they're on the attack. Great pass to the center.
Yep.
She turns
Shot.
and shoots, and it's going to be wide left. She didn't have her foot set. She didn't get a lot on that ball. She was kind of
Just turning.
like a
and-
silhouette
Yeah.
as she hit the ball, and you got to get your foot planted and put something behind it. Not that I know anything about soccer, but I think you want to
That's
kick
how
it
it
hard.
works,
So another goal kick. This one's a low line drive. It's going to be stopped by Salem.
Yeah, Natalie Mojico.
Bucas with an opportunity. She centers it, but there's no one there to take it. It was taken away by Presque Isle. Now down in the left corner, 2-on-1 with Salem in advantage. Bucas and Priest are playing. There's one headed for the goal, and it's going to again be taken by the keeper. That keeper's been really busy, and she's also been doing a great job of keeping that ball out of the net.
Yeah. She's had a couple good saves, and then, Salem isn't really doing much to do it.
So Priest controls that with Mojica over to Taylor Norman. Oh! Something else about Taylor Norman. She is a very physical player. I mean, she's no fear. Just go after everything. Bucas kicks it back to Mojica. Now we got Priest down the left sideline, pass to Taryn Johnson.
Yeah.
Taryn, there's a kick by Priest, left, no problem. Referee was standing here. He has jurisdiction over the field.
The Spirits shot save for Lopez.
So Lopez with another save. Again, the ball gets around midfield and is turned back the other way with Kylie Dillo across midfield. There's a pass in the center, but it's taken back out by Presque Isle.
Salem midfielders continue to control the ball.
The ball is certainly being controlled around the midfield area. Another opportunity, great opportunity to score. That was another chip shot. That was
shanked it over the.
She used a 9-iron instead of a putter
Spirit shot.
up over the goal again. So, sitting at our vantage point today, we're right next to the Salem bench, and you can hear a few comments these coaches are making because they're just a little frustrated that we're not being able to finish these goals off. There's a
Carrying the game for the Owls, number 13.
goal kick.
Roy.
Again, it's controlled
One
down
by
in the
Sam.
box, and there's a shot that
Goal.
does score.
Yeah.
Spirits goal.
Poor clearance on a
Spirits
goal
go
kick,
to
and
number 20, Sharon
Salem
Johnson.
Sawyer Ferguson won it and laid it off to Taryn Johnson, and pretty easy placement for a goal.
So the Spirits get on the board with 27-22 remaining in the first half. You know, on that goal kick, they've been kicking it to midfield, and I guess they tried a little different philosophy, and they kind of hit a roller off to the right side, and as soon as they turned, there were some defenders, and it was over. So it was great defense by Salem, and Presque Isle trying to make something happen, and that time it didn't work for them. But we'll see after one goal how the Spirits, see if the Spirit picks up. How's that? Again, got the ball back down. Again, it goes to midfield, and you got 3 Salem Spirit players and 1 from Presque Isle. So it's taken away and easily turned back up the field. There goes a kick on the other side. Norman with the ball trying to, there's a great pass. Mojica. Summerich up the right. She centers it. Going to be a corner kick, I believe. No, they're going to call it.
Goal kick, yeah.
I thought it went off the player.
I think she mishit it, so it looked like it went off.
Jordan Lanier is going to come in for the Spirits. Brooke Bucas comes off for a breather.
Also in number 10,
Jocelyn Evans is going to be coming in for Heather Huffman. Talking about aggressive and a spark plug, that's Jocelyn Evans. When she's on the field, she is. If someone's got the ball, she's going to be there to take it away from you. Must be a great luxury that Coach Callahan has. All these talented people that you put them out there and they're going to perform just like the starters. Again, we got the ball down the sideline. It is controlled by Mojica. Dillo would have passed down the left sideline. Jordan Lanier trying to get it in the center. It does go out off of a Presque Isle. I believe that was number 7 that kicked it out, Cassandra Buck. So Sydney Priest steps in in for the corner kick from the player's side of the field. If you've been to this location for a soccer game, we're on the player's side today, and there's a kick across. That was that came close to going in. So again, it's no scoring opportunity on that corner kick, but we'll see what the goal kick decision is on this particular play. The last time they did it didn't work. We'll see if she puts her foot in it, and she does, and it comes down almost toward midfield, but right to a waiting defender who turns it back up to on the attack with Taylor Norman over to Mojica. Sydney Priest down the left side. She's going to turn it in.
Great cross. Oh, misplayed by the keeper.
Oh, somebody needs to kick that loose ball in the. That was another golden opportunity, but that keeper, she puts her body out there. She's not afraid either, so it's kind of a. I mean, she's probably saved another 2 or 3 goals that Salem should have had.
Yeah.
Lanier with she was looking one direction, trying to kick it the other, and it's an easy grounder into Lopez, the keeper for Presque Isle. Comes down right at midfield, and right away, defender goes in and temporarily took it away, but it is back in the possession of Presque Isle. There's a penalty on.
He was playing the advantage, and then of a handball, and then
I think because definitely it was a handball. He was just waiting to see what happened to the play. And it's going to be number 20 again. She does almost all the free kicking for Presque Isle. This one is from about 25, 30 yards maybe.
Yeah, I'd say about 35.
Pretty well straight on to the net. We got. And there's a nice shot. That was right on target, and Paige Ketchum had her eyes on it and was able to bring it in for a save. So great kick.
Good shot. None of her players tried to help her out. So Salem's on the attack now, all the way.
Ooh, Jordan Lanier was going to, if that ball would have bounced off the keeper, that would have been a sure goal with an open net. But the keeper was able to control it. And again, the kick is controlled by Salem to midfield. It's headed back down toward the goal for Mojica's out, looking for someone to pass it to, trying to set up a play. Priest comes over. He got two people in the same position. Now Priest goes down the corner with Kylie Dillo with a pass over to Jordan Lanier, and Sydney Priest is going to cross it over in front of the net. And the keeper, she knocked that down, and she kept after it. If someone would have been right there again, and I think one game I heard the coach say, we need to be there for the rebounds, because if they don't, grab that ball and secure it, just go ahead and put your foot on it.
Yep. The Owls are trying to come up with some kind of offense.
Keep it blue, keep it!
It looked like a handball, too. They did call that.
Foul.
21 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the first half. Salem Spirit with a 1-0 lead over the University of Maine at Presque Isle Owls. And the free kick for Salem.
Morgan
Canepa takes the kick.
Long ball into the box, bouncing around.
Offsides. They're going to call offsides.
Yeah.
All sides.
I think those offsides on Sawyer.
Coach Callahan is trying to get the attention of the ref, and as most good referees do, he ignores the comments from either side of the field, because the reason it's the right call is because the referee made it. So Salem again will be on the attack after that offsides. Was a great opportunity to score. And now Taylor Norman's coming to the left side to Sydney Priest. She's trying to drive it through the middle. Pass was intended for Jordan Lanier, but Jordan had already made a commitment toward the goal, and it went behind her.
Just organize! Close to space!
There's another shot on, trying to get it set up for a shot. Mojica passes over to, I think it's Jordan down the corner. There's a nice header, and there's another rebound that was, but that was a great. I was just thinking too. I'm sure that goalie's looking into the sun, and it's hard to focus on the ball. So she's doing really an extraordinary job for the circumstances. So that was Summer Rich heading it back up the right sideline. Again, the Spirits on the attack, and. I thought that was going to be over the end line, but it's going to be a goal kick, I believe. Must have went over the end line, so they call that a goal kick, and it will be, again, Chelsea Lynn's Bolee. I think it's Bolee. B-E-A-U is Bo. Anyway, she's got a powerful leg. When she puts her, there's another nice kick comes down, but again, it's
Salem's winning everything.
Salem just, they know how to position themselves on these kicks, and they take control of it.
Gotta work for it. Gotta work. Good stuff, Bethany.
That was Morgan Roy, number 13. Now we have Bethany Heald.
Good look.
Evans passes off to Norman at midfield. Here goes.
Great ball into Sawyer
Ferguson. And it is there. It's rebounded.
Sure.
We had, I think it was Johnson hit it first, but I think there was another player that came in on the second rebound, and
Sawyer was there, but I think it ends up being
Who got that goal?
Jordan Lanier. Okay.
Spirits goal, number 2, Jordan Lanier.
So with 18:38,
Assist on the goal to number 9, Sawyer Ferguson.
So Ferguson gets the assist. That was a well-played rebound off the goalie, and we've been talking about that, and they just kept, they were tenacious, and they didn't give up, and they put it in the net.
Down the field for the Spirits, number 12, Casey McDaniel.
Casey McDaniel just came in the game for Salem, and she's got the ball down the left sideline trying to turn it in. it's taken away by a defender. But again, by midfield, Taylor Norman controls the ball, looking for someone to make a move, and so she can make a pass that means something instead of just kicking the ball away. But that one was taken away by. But you look down down here, you got two defenders, and you only got two, maybe three now players from Presque Isle beyond the midfield line. It's hard to be an attacking team when most of your players are on the other end of the field, and it's just opposite of how Salem plays. They have 10 players right up here, and they force things to happen. And the only team I've seen that could do anything about it was Lynchburg when they came in and played, and you could tell a difference in the talent level. Right. Of course, Lynchburg is a nationally ranked team. I mean, they're going to show you things you haven't seen before.
Be good, right?
But Salem has a lot of the fundamentals down, and they control most games. They control the ball. Here's a kick that, again, going to be controlled by Salem. It's going to be McDaniel. We've had a few substitutes on the field for Salem. There's a kind of a pooch kick, but no one there to do anything with it, and the keeper picks it up on one bounce. Yeah, that was fairly, compared to what she's been defending, that was really easy for her.
Right.
Again, the ball makes it almost to midfield, and it's touched by Salem, but they do have that was a semi-breakaway by Bethany Hild, but it was taken, it was nice, or easy shot for the Paige Ketchum to, and now Paige is playing a little game with the defense, and she finally picks the ball up. To me, if I was an opposite player from the other team, I'd be a little upset at because all keepers do that. It's almost like they tease you, come and get me. Again, the Spirits are on the attack. They now lead 2-0. Pretty much controlled the entire game. Just haven't been able to finish off on shots. Here comes another attempt for
Jordan. Oh,
there's a goal. Great. That was McDaniel.
Yeah. Great cross from Jordan.
Jordan crossed it over, and McDaniel was.
Spirits goal. Number 12, Casey McDaniel.
And you can tell when
number 2, Jordan
when someone who's not a starter and doesn't get a whole lot of playing time, she was fist pumping as soon as that ball got in. That's really cool to watch that. And she still got that smile on her face, like I have scored now. So with 15:50, the Spirits now enjoy a 3-0 lead, and the score is pretty much indicative of how this game is going. It's been mainly all Salem Spirits. We get 3.
The Owls don't have. Their offense is not.
They don't have anybody that can attack with the ball. They get it, and they got 3 people down here now trying to outmaneuver 5 defenders, and it's not going to happen. There's a long shot for number 16. That's Jasmine Cody. Turned away again.
Defense is.
Yeah, they're just
shutting anything down.
We're going to make some changes for the Salem Spirits. Number 5 is.
Pretty far shot by Taryn Johnson.
Number 5, Taryn Bundy. And number 23, Bridget Schindel.
I'm not sure who that is.
Down the field for the Spirits, number 23, Bridget Schindel.
Taryn's in a knee brace over there.
And number 5, Taryn Bundy.
Not Taryn Bundy.
It's not Taryn Bundy?
Taryn Bundy sitting right there on the bench with a messed up knee.
So we have a roster that is not correct.
Not sure.
Number 5 is on the field for Salem, and as Sarah says, the player on the roster at number 5 is on the bench with a injury, so we know it's not Taryn Bundy. So Salem with the ball again down on their end of the field, turning it over to Mojica. She passes the outlet to Sydney Priest. Nice play by.
Nice defending.
I think if I was going to vote a most valuable player for the Owls, besides the keeper, it'd be number 20 because number 20 is doing all everything. Yeah, so she's a very talented soccer player, and she's really after it. There's a header.
Oh.
It
Goal.
did go in. Oh, man, that was...
I don't. That's our mystery player.
So I don't know who number...
Spirit's goal, number 2, Jordan Lanier.
Who was that that scored?
That was Kimmy Templeton.
Number 5. Okay, now we have it. Now we have the mystery solved. It's Kimmy Templeton is wearing number 5 today. Kimmy does play goalkeeper at times, but she is number 5,
Yes.
and she
Templeton with the goal.
scores the goal. That was a header that it was a very weak header, but the keeper had already, I guess, settled on the other side of the net, and it kind of bounced in. So it's 4-0 with 13:34 to play with the Salem Spirits in control of this ball game. Kylie Dillo coming down the left side. She's looking for someone to break so she can pass it.
Long ball.
Nice pass, but
A little too long.
nobody's going to be able to catch up to it. She had the right idea, but Sydney Priest has taken a break for a cold drink. She's played her, and here comes Taylor Norman off the field. So now, as is usually the case with Coach Callahan, once you sense that, hey,
Right.
the A-team has gotten everything in order now, so let's and it helps these kids get some tournament experience because they're going to be playing, in a year or two. They're going to be dependent on. So we'll see how these other players do. We have another substitute, number 27, Cassie Smoot, will be coming in the game eventually. So we have two attackers for Presque Isle, and obviously the ball is turned away by the Spirit defense. Jordan Lanier with a left-footed deflection goes down right in front of the net. There's a wild kick that goes way over the in line, but it was touched last by a Presque Isle player, so it'll be another corner kick. Now, with Priest on the bench, someone else will be taking the corner kick. Looks like it's number 2. Jordan Lanier is coming over.
Number 27, Cassie Smoot.
So Mojica comes over for a breather, and Cassie with a nice shot right into the arms of the goalkeeper, Allison Lopez, with another save. And again, we get almost to midfield, and the ball is turned the other direction.
Just Salem's controlling everything.
There's another attempt that is going to be knocked back out by Presque Isle, but Salem, again, very aggressive, keeps the ball in their end of the field. Over on the other side, centered it, kicked back out by Presque Isle. Here's number 20 again up at midfield for Presque Isle. One on 4 is not going to get it done for Presque Isle. A little contact, little grabbing, no call. Now they called it. That was Destiny Jimenez for, I believe, number 15. Or they got 2. Was it Grace Young?
I think, yeah.
There's 2 number 15s.
It's Grace Young.
So Grace Young will be called for the foul. And a free kick for Presque Isle. And guess who's taking the free kick?
I mean, they're on frame every time.
Tell you what,
yeah.
she is the star of the show for Presque Isle. But again, it
pretty easy for Paige.
It goes right to Paige, and she hauls it in, hits it up to midfield again, and that's going to be headed back towards Salem's end of the field. Kylie Dillo. Nice touch. And I got my foot on the ball twice. All right. See, we both went to kick it, and you're on a different team. We could have probably had a lot of it. We would have probably hit the ground trying to get that ball. And guess who's making the throw in for Presque Isle? I wonder if she drives the bus, too.
She might.
but she's definitely a soccer player. I like her. I like the way she plays, aggressive. And now we got an opportunity for the Salem to. There's a nice pass, McDaniel. Oh, she got a little bit excited and didn't finish that play off either. But the ball remains down on Salem's end with Jordan Lanier down the left side. Trying to get a kick into the center, but it is blocked by number 20. Nice play by Kylie Dillo, who stopped that kick from going toward midfield. There's another. Wow, that was a great shot. Yeah. Just about maybe a yard wide.
Shot by Casey McDaniel.
So Kylie Dillo is going to be coming out of the game, and number 33
Megan Menard
is going to be Megan Menard coming in for Salem. So Megan goes to the other side of the field, and
Sierra
Hutchins
moves back onto the defensive line.
Salem again with the control of the ball with 7:40 to go in the first half, 4-0 lead, and that's going to be a goal kick for Presque Isle. So we know who's going to take the goal kick. Again, you got the Salem defense just waiting for the ball to come down. They're going to be all over it. There's a nice kick that comes down, headed
Great
back.
One,
There's another takeaway by Salem. And there's control by Salem. Is that Lexi Clevenger, number 4?
Sure.
Her name is on the roster. I'm assuming that's who it is. We apologize if we misidentify some of these players, but rosters change at the last minute, and so we will get the names right eventually. And Sarah knows some of them, so she can point out who it is.
If they're first year, I don't know them. Other than that, I can help you.
So now we got Jordan Lanier again with the ball, trying to pass it to the middle. There's McDaniel wide open. Oh,
just mishit the ball.
She swung with her foot wasn't planted, and there was no nothing on that ball. Kind of missed it. Now she has it again, going down the left side.
Yeah,
and Lanier, Lanier trying to hit it back, cleared back out.
The Owls have pretty much their entire team on the defensive line right now.
It was Samantha Nadeau turning the ball up the field again, taken back by. There's Jocelyn Evans. Haven't called her name out yet.
Should.
Now we got number 22 is going to be going in the ball game, and I think that's Shelby Alfaro.
Sure.
Sarah just looked at me and says, "Sure," because that's what the program says. But Salem really in control of the game, and Coach Callahan is clearing the bench, making sure that that all these players get some quality minutes in a tournament environment. So McDaniel's coming off, and Jordan Lanier's coming off.
Number 22, Shelby Alfaro. And number 4, Lexi Clevenger.
Throw in for Salem on the other side of the field, but it is controlled. There's a kick that just went to the wayside by Presque Isle, and was that Canepa that put her foot on it and headed it back this direction. Nice pass.
The difference with having 3 teams on your bench like Salem is you put in new faces and new people, and they're still able to run, whereas the girls from Presque Isle have been in for 35, 40 minutes.
Yeah, and that you wear down after a while, and like you say, you put fresh legs out there, and it's like a start of a ball game for those girls. So
at this point, I think the Owls are just trying to get through the half.
Get to the halftime with a little over 4 minutes to play and a 4-0 deficit. Canepa with a header. Sierra Hutchins hits it down the line, but it is taken back by, now it's taken back by Salem. A lot of rebounding back and forth. Lexi Clevenger. That was Grace Young putting her foot on the ball and stopping that from going across midfield, but it did go out of bounds, and our friend Chelsea Lenz Bolui will be making a throw in for the Owls. Morgan Roy running down the sideline, but the throw in is headed back by Lexi Clevenger. Turned away right at the 18-yard line, going up the right side. It's going to be a throw-in. Well, I guess it didn't go out. Salem on the attack on the right side of the field. Another chance for a score. Oh, that was
a great cross.
Great header that just was a little bit off target.
Yeah, so Salem continues to press on the offense.
Nice fake, nice pass down the left corner. Clevenger.
Oh.
A little bit of a weak kick on that entry pass, and it was right into the arms of the keeper. So
not much to do on that.
Header at midfield, turns it back up the other. There's some little contact. Both of them got hit in the leg, maybe. They're going to stop the clock with 2:8. No, they didn't stop the clock. Now they did. Now they're stopping it. 2:15 to play. And we had a collision between number 5, who is Nicole Cyr, CYR, from Presque Isle, and for Salem. Was that Clevenger?
I think so.
Number 4.
They just got the wind knocked out of her.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that was... So Paige Ketchum, who's had a boring afternoon, fetches some water for the injured player. They're still tending to the young lady from Presque Isle. We're going to have another substitute for the Salem Spirits, number 6. And I'm assuming that is Becky Irvin.
It is. Tell her.
We're sitting right beside the official score, and these poor young ladies tell us they're going to go in for so-and-so, and we have no control over it. So Sarah just points them down the table. He's reporting into the score, yeah. Looks like she may have gotten hit in her thigh or maybe her calf. They're
I think she had her quad wrapped before, so I don't know if...
Trying to see if she can get up. She did get up, but she is under some pain, I guess. She's limping, trying to get the... And the first person that comes over and makes sure she's okay is number 20. You know, she may be a coach in uniform because she's definitely, she is the player for this team. Not to take anything away from the other kids, but...
Yeah.
You know, everything that happens seems to center around number 20.
She's involved in it some way.
Yeah. So we have Kimmy Templeton coming off the field.
Number 12, Macy Bellenso.
So number 12 goes in for the Owls, Macy Bellenso. And Becky Irvin went in for Salem. Shelby Alfaro has the ball down the left side beyond her vantage point. Ball stays in bounds down the line. It's going to be sent over to the right side, and Evans has her foot on the ball coming up over midfield. Pass to Irvin is a little bit too fast, and she couldn't get her foot on it. But look at the aggressiveness of those Spirits over there, those players. They just go after the ball and they could not care less if the score is 4-0.
Right.
They're all playing really hard, and that's impressive. Now Irvin gets one at midfield. It is turned toward the Salem end of the field. Oop, nice play by a defender, number 7 for it's Cassandra Buck for the Owls. Had her foot on that ball and stopped the attack by Salem. Some good footwork by Salem, number 4, Lexi Clevenger. There's a nice opportunity for
1 minute.
Oh,
nice goal by number. We will get the name, but that was an assist, I believe, from Clevenger.
who was that? Shelby Afaro.
Goal number 22.
Shelby Afaro.
Yep.
So Afaro with the
Pretty goal. I mean,
nice
goal,
placement,
yeah.
in the corner, and just a great goal. So the score is now 5-0 with 50 seconds and counting. And again, the Owls are on the attack, but the ball does go out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in for Salem. Clock moving with 40 seconds. And it is 5-0 in favor of your Salem College Owl, or Salem College Spirits. Sarah, you can't get me confused here.
Sorry.
I was looking at number 20 when I said that, and she is an owl. So she, but again, Salem brings the ball down the field, and it's going to be a throw-in. The clock's going to be running out here in about 12 seconds.
10.
Becky Irvin down in the right corner.
7.
Yeah.
A throw-in for Salem.
4.
The Owls are getting it out however they can.
1.
So with that, the first half is going to come to a close.
The Spirits of Salem.
And the Salem Spirits have put on a dominating performance, to say the least.
Yeah.
Taking nothing away from the Presque Isle team, but
They held them. I mean, to hold them as long as they did to
and they're not giving up. Presque Isle is, they're attacking everything, and they're playing a good game. It's just that sometimes when the other team has more talent and more skill,
more people,
and the more people is really what's going to hurt Presque Isle in the long run, because the last 10, 15 minutes of the half, we had fresh legs almost all up. I think the only player that didn't come out was Canepa.
Yep.
I think everybody else got a breather. And I guess it's not the score is not surprising.
No.
Because Salem is the class of soccer in this conference. I mean, that's their sport that they really excel in. And look at the 30-some players in uniforms walking over. I mean, it would be intimidating, because some of the teams that I've seen come in here would have 13 or 14 players. And before the first half's over, they're just dragging because they have been worn out.
Yeah.
We should be. Excuse me, go ahead.
I think some of the girls from the Owls are injured too, so I think that kind of plays into. I think he has having to put people in that maybe don't necessarily play very often. So,
and it's been there's been some physical contact on some of the plays, and Presque Isle doesn't back down.
No.
I mean, they're right in there with their feet. We do have a stat sheet that we can share with the listening audience. First, we'll give you the 5 goals that are scored by Salem. They've been it's 5 different players have been on the board for Salem. Taryn Johnson got us started with an unassisted goal at the 17:38 mark, and then Jordan Lanier. 9 minutes later, she found the goal on a rebound from Sawyer Ferguson. And then the last 3 goals they're calling unassisted, Casey McDaniel, and that's the one who she was fist pumping and having a great time because I don't know how many goals she scored this year, but I'm sure she's going to remember that in a conference tournament environment. And Kimmy Templeton, who is from North Davidson, right here locally in around Winston-Salem, she scored on a header that scored the 4th goal. And then Shelby Afaro, who also probably didn't have a lot of scores, she they give her an unassisted goal, but I thought that was an assist from from number 4.
It could have been, yeah.
But I guess they said maybe the ball hit the ground, it became playable, and it was a new play all over again.
Yeah.
But irregardless, it is a goal for Shelby Afaro. The shots on goal, the goalkeeper for Presque Isle, Adelson Lopez, she had 9 saves, and some of those saves were pretty miraculous because she was, inundated by Salem Spirit players, and the ball would be breaking loose, and she never blinked an eye. She stayed right in there and was able to make those 9 saves. Paige Ketchum was credited with 2 saves, and those were those 2 free kicks by number 20 from the Owls. They were right on the frame. I mean, Paige was right there. And, those very easily could have been a little bit higher and going in the goal. Yeah. So, and we can't. I know we said a lot about number 20, and her name is Chelsea Lenz Bolu, I think it is. We apologize for that, but she is a tremendous soccer player, and she needs to know that she makes a difference.
Credit,
I mean, she could play for Salem because she has that mentality. She has that soccer awareness. She knows what's going on around her, and I know they count on her because almost everything that they do revolves around her. So congratulations to her on a great first half. I mean, when you're outmanned the way they are, the fact that they stay in the game, they play hard. That's tough to do. When you get down, 5-0 in the first half, it's like, wow, what do we do now? But I guarantee you, at this level, these kids are not going to quit. They're going to keep playing. So it's going to be an interesting second half. The shots by period in the first half, the Presque Isle team was credited with 2 shots. Salem had 21 shots, and that's a lot.
Yeah.
Salem also had 5 corner kicks, which, again, this is indicative of the game being played at their end of the field down here. The balls are always around the goal, and anything that happens is going to be an opportunity for Salem. So the stats really tell the story. The fouls there's been 5 fouls called on Salem, which I think that it's probably not too many because you don't want to be foul happy and get a reputation that you're out there pushing people around. But most of the fouls that are called against Salem have been aggressive plays where you meet someone at the same spot, somebody's going to fall down, and I've really seen no calls that would be controversial by the referees. And we said, mentioned earlier, Coach Callahan was trying to get the attention of the head referee, and in a very professional manner, he ignored what was being said. And that's I really get disgusted when referees start having conversations with a coach or a fan or a player, because that distorts what they're trying to do. They need to be out there controlling the game, and they've done that. We have about a 9-minute break here before we bring in the second half of play. We're going to play a couple commercials to help pay our bills. If I can find the cursor in this bright sunlight on my computer, we will attempt to go to a commercial break. Just bear with us, and we will get a commercial. We'll probably have 2 commercials, maybe 3. We'll be back for the second half. Salem Spirits are on top 5-0, total control of this ball game. So stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
Hey, it's Big E, and I'm here with the 2013 Barbecue Pitmasters Alabama champions, Ricky Wayne and Pig Daddy of Bibbs Downtown. Gentlemen, what's it like being reality stars?
Hey, it's almost as good as Bibbs Ribs, baby.
We're not Eastern or Western. We're Western.
I'll tell you one thing, I never trust a skinny cook, and these guys got it going on.
Hey, you can bring your family in, or if you like Biggie, come on in on Friday and get your Bibbs fixed.
It's barbecue with a downtown vibe.
They've got dine-in, takeout, catering, and a private event space. Be sure to follow them on Twitter and Facebook, and you can always check them out at BibbsDowntown.com.
Today, community means more than the place you live. It's groups of people connected by shared interests and similar experiences. Your yoga class, your work colleagues, your book club. With all the communities in your life, shouldn't there be one for your financial life? We're First Community, financial experts here to work with you on your personal, business, investments, and insurance needs. That's the power of community.
Is your business going to die alone? Never meet the customers of its dreams? Just sit on the couch crying into a carton of ice cream while other businesses are out there thriving? New Expression can help. Without the right marketing, you're a wallflower. Without a great website, you're not going to turn heads. And without social media, you don't even have a friend to tell people what a great personality you have. New Expression can give your business a total brand makeover and get you out there, attracting customers. It used to be about who had the biggest ad in the phone book. Today, customers hit the web to locate and research before they call. If Google isn't steering customers to your site or they're not impressed by what they see, you're missing out. New Expression does web design and can provide a free analysis to see how your site stacks up against the competition. Don't have time to constantly update social media? Want cool custom apps and graphics? New Expression can help there too. From print design to mobile marketing to online presence to brand identity, New Expression can help you express yourself. Find out more at nuexpression.com.
Hi, this is Miranda McKinney, Athletic Director at Winston-Salem Christian School, and you're listening to TriadSportsCoverage.com.
And we are back live from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. We're at halftime of the Great South Athletic Conference Soccer Postseason Tournament. That's a mouthful, Sarah. The GSAC tournament. How's that, the GSAC tournament? We just had the opportunity to play some of our commercials from some of the people that support TriadSportsCoverage.com. And the last promo that was played was from the young lady named Miranda McKinney, who is the athletic director at Winston-Salem Christian School here in downtown Winston-Salem. And we are going to be covering their basketball program this winter. And I want to give a shout-out to her, actually to her husband, but he's the head basketball coach. Joey McKinney coaches the boys' team. And Ellison Cooper coaches the girls' teams. We're excited about being able to broadcast some of our games and cover all our games. I have a student intern at Winston-Salem Christian. She's actually she's a sophomore. She's actually been working with us for I think the last two years. Her name is Cameron Hutchins, and last night she had her first solo coverage. She went to a basketball tournament to cover Winston-Salem State against. They had two games, and I can't remember now the schools they played, but they played in a tournament. But this morning when I get up, I had an article in my email with some pictures from Cameron Hutchins. So she's the kind of young lady, Sarah, that is going to be successful no matter what she does, because she's probably, and I've said this 1,000 times, she's probably 5 years beyond her age and maturity. You know, one of these young ladies, she works hard, and I dropped off a camera yesterday to her, and she was on her own last night, and I want to tell her personally that I appreciate what she's doing, and she's doing great work. So, and then I come over here to Salem College, and young ladies like Sarah McCormick show up and help me broadcast. One of the best soccer programs around. Right. I mean, Coach, and I just saw Coach Callahan walk by, and anyone that knows Jay Callahan, his expression is always the same. Mm-hmm. When he walked by here, you would have thought it was 12-0 the other team. Yeah. He's very serious. And I guarantee you what he told his troops here at halftime is, see, here goes that look right here. He's going right in front of us like somebody just stole his lollipop. He won't look over here because he don't want to smile. And Thomas Moore, the assistant over here. But I'm sure he told the kids, you go back out there, the score is 0-0. You want to come back out and be lackadaisical and not focus on what's at hand, because, we scored 5 goals in one half. What's to say the other team can't do the same thing? So, but the team is out here warming up in front of us. They're all loose and having fun, and I think they should be pretty pleased at their first half effort. It did take a while. It took about 28 minutes to score before they were able to put one on the board. So, but once they got the first goal, as we said, kind of like their confidence level picks up a little bit, and with 21 shots during the first half, I'm sure a coach would say that only hitting 5 of 21 is not real good odds. You should be a little bit better. But you got to remember that the young lady from Presque Isle, Allison Lopez, has been doing a great job playing goalkeeper. And she's been bombarded with shots, and nothing seems to phase her. And this it's going to be interesting this half when Paige Ketchum in the net for Salem will be facing the sun.
Right.
And those shots that she was able to stop in the first half, she'll be looking straight into that sunlight. Hopefully she can keep her eye on the ball and keep it out of the net. But Paige is a great goalkeeper. And I said this on one of the other games I telecast or broadcast. She's from the same part of the state that I was born and raised in, down around Onslow County.
Yeah.
She played at White Oak High School. And 2 weeks ago on a Friday night, my high school, Richlands, defeated White Oak in football. So I'm going to have to be able to let her know that. But Paige is a great young lady. I had the chance to interview her in a preseason article I did on the program. I talked to her and I talked to Taylor Norman. She came on our radio show for before the season started. And Taylor is she's a bubbly type person.
Yep.
And if you don't smile after being around her, then there's something wrong with you. You better check and see if your heart's beating because she's got so much energy. She's so positive, and obviously when you're winning 5-0, the smiles get wider, and everybody's happier. But they'll get serious here. They got about another minute before the second half kicks off, and looks like the starters do have their warm-ups off. So he may put the starters back out to preserve that dominance, make sure nothing goes haywire on the team. Just go out there and reestablish who we are.
Set the momentum, and
then he'll go through his 25 substitutions and get plenty of playing time to whoever. I'm sure all the players will get on the field today, one way or the other. And then, if the game stays as it is right now, the championship game will be played tomorrow at noon here at the Salem College field, and it'll be played against the winner of Agnes Scott and Sarah. You're not prepared.
I'm going. I believe it's Agnes Scott and Wesleyan.
Okay, well, and those are two teams that Salem has defeated. Actually,
this season
they played them both home and away games, and they won all their games in the conference. So the team is huddled up here on the. It'll be the. I guess it's the east side of the field, east end of the field, because the sun does set in the west, right?
Sure.
You always say sure.
That's what
whatever I say goes, right? Okay. Well, that's interesting. But we'll have Salem attacking from left to right on this half, and it looks like he does have his mainly his starting lineup back on the field to get this second half underway. And again, it's understandable that you want to go out and reestablish that we control the game. We're going to continue to control the game, and I'm sure we'll see substitutes in a hurry.
Yeah.
But the first shot is, again, they're down attacking Salem, keeping control of the ball. That was again right at midfield, like can't see the numbered suns in her eyes. Now we're going to have a problem. There's a ball that's laid out in front of the net, and Taryn Johnson had an elbow in the back of a player from Presque Isle, and they did call a foul against Taryn Johnson, number 20, for the Salem College Spirits.
Spirits foul.
And number 20 taking the free kick down at their end of the field, comes up with Mojica with a header, controlling it right outside the 18. And Taylor Norman with a great pass over to the left side. Is that Brooke Bucas down the left side?
Great ball to Sydney Priest.
Sydney Priest, there's a shot from the corner, and it was just outside the net, hit the goalpost, and will be a goal kick. So right away, the Salem offense is they're making a statement right off the bat here that we're still going to control this ball game. So Allison Lopez with the goal kick, controlled by Taylor Norman. Ball doesn't make it all the way to midfield before it's turned back up the other direction. Brooke Bucas down the left sideline. Nice move. There's a pass that is going to be a goal. That was a grounder
that,
that came right by the goalkeeper. Left-footed shot.
Yeah. Took on a couple defenders. I mean, it's a great finish.
So with 43 minutes and 16 seconds to play, Brooke Bucas puts the 5th goal in net for
6th goal.
The 6th goal. I can't count past 5. Oh my! But it is a total domination by Salem. So the Owls take possession on the kick midfield, bring it down. It's going to be controlled by a defender from Salem. Looks like that's Sawyer Ferguson, I believe, number 9. I was telling one of the players that was helping me broadcast. I look out on the field and you got 4 or 5 blonde-headed ponytails. I have no idea who they are. They're all the same height and everything. So, that's Ferguson, number 9.
Sawyer, yeah.
Ball is taken away, but it goes right into Sydney Priest. And another shot on goal goes over the bar. It was close to going in, but goal kick for Allison Lopez.
Oh.
She topped it and it didn't get very far beyond the 18. And there's a left foot shot by Taylor Norman. That was a nice looking 9-iron shot. Up in the air, nice soft landing, no damage.
Nowhere near the goal.
Nowhere near the goal. But it did hit the backstop of the net, so it didn't break any windshields. So Chelsea Lynn's Bolu is taking a goal kick, but it was controlled by Salem, and now it is. Heather Huffman right here in front of us trying to control it, and Summer Rich heads it down to Sawyer Ferguson, but it is controlled temporarily by the Owls. Nice pass back to, now it's taken away by Summer Rich, and Ferguson on the attack. Nice pass back to, nice play by number
20. Shocking.
But that was a sure goal, I think. But she, that number 20, had her eyes on the ball and kicked it back out.
Taking the shot, number 11, Sydney Priest.
Sydney Priest is going to take the corner kick, and I just heard Coach Callahan say we're going to substitute 10 players. There's a nice corner kick, and there's a goal. I think that was a header off Taylor Norman, wasn't it? Was it a header, or did she hit it with a leg?
Yeah, I think it was a header by Taylor, yeah. Now the entire lineup for Salem is changing.
Wow, this is everybody but the keeper. No, the keeper's staying on, and they're yelling out names.
This is chaos.
So, with 40 minutes and 43 seconds, to play in the game, 7-0 Salem, and the starters for Salem have probably seen their last action for today's game.
Yep.
They come off the field with total substitution, except for the keeper, I believe, is the only.
And then
was
move Sydney Priest back to center back.
So Priest did stay on the field.
Everyone else came off.
And I know I see number 27, Cassie Smoot, is on the field. Number 5, Kimmy Templeton is on the field. Number
Casey
McDaniel, Jocelyn Evans is on the field. McDaniel with the ball coming down the left side. She tries to get it crossing. It is deflected. Yep. But the keeper came out and picked that up for another stopping another opportunity for Salem. That was a nice kick by the goalie. Came down beyond the midfield line. But Salem takes control. Jordan Lanier is on the field, and number 16 is, that's number 15. That would be Grace Young, I believe.
Yep.
And
Sierra Collins is out on defense. It's Megan Menard.
That was Paige Ketchum getting some action with a easy ground ball she fielded. Now she's going to get another one over in the left side of the box, just kind of waiting to see if the team can get set up for a...
She's going to hold it until someone pressures her.
Yeah, she's going to see if they'll come and try to put any pressure on it. Then she's just going to pick the ball up and throw it over to... Can't tell who that is.
That is Sierra Collins.
That's... Okay. Sierra Hutchins.
Excuse me.
Okay. There's a whistle for a
touch foul.
I think it was a foul by someone from Salem.
Spirits foul.
And number 20 will take the free kick. Nice kick. It's going to be turned back the other direction by Salem.
By Salem really pretty quickly.
McDaniel up the left sideline. See if she can turn it in. Turns it into number whatever 20-something is. And that's number 27 with the shot. Oh, just a little bit off to the right. That shot was taken by Cassie Smoot. And I can't see the number of that. Number 23 was Bridget Chandel. She was involved in that play, kicking it over to Smoot. 38 minutes and counting to go in the ball game. 7-0. Salem Spirits on top of University of Maine at Presque Isle. Again, the semi-attack by the Owls is turned away as soon as, of course, they only had 3 people beyond the midfield line, so it's tough to muster up any kind of an attack with only a couple players coming down the field. Now, number 9 for Maine is Elena Pratt. First time we called her name out.
Mm-hmm.
And number 4, Sam Nadeau.
They're controlling it a little better than the midfield the Owls are, but still can't get past that defensive line for the Spirits.
McDaniel down the left sideline. There's the ball that's kicked out by number 20 very smartly. They were outnumbered like 3-2, so she kicked it out of bounds. Will be a throw-in for Salem on the far sideline. There's a header. They're fighting for possession. The Owls getting a little bit more aggressive, but again, Salem does control it right at midfield. There's a pass into number 23. I believe that would be Bridget Chandel. So the keeper controls that shot and boots it down to right at midfield. Another nice kick by the keeper. Nice header by, might have been Grace Young.
I think it is Grace Young.
Yeah. Somebody got hit in the head for Salem. She's going to... Didn't stop play for the injury. She's back up. That is Bridget Chandel. She kind of got maybe a little hit to the head, and she hit the ground, but she was able to get back up. They're going to award a free kick for Salem, and it's Sydney Priest. She lobs it over the line, and the keeper very patiently waited for it to come down and made the save.
Sydney Priest with the Spirits shot.
The keeper's got a good leg, too. There's some nice nice kicks from her.
She just doesn't have anyone to win the ball when she kicks it.
Yeah. Kimmy Templeton down the right corner. Nice pass for 27. It's Cassie Smoot. Whistle blows. Going to be out of offsides for call against.
Offsides.
And, you hear Coach Moore and Coach Callahan, they're still coaching.
Yep.
It's like, you shouldn't be over there on offsides. Always teaching them, always getting their attention that you always play to win no matter what the score is. So Smoot knocks the ball out of bounds. Be a throw-in for the Owls. Sam Nadeau with the throw-in. But again, at midfield, it's controlled by Salem. Jordan Lanier with the ball.
Grace Young is doing a good job as well, getting the ball out of the air.
And McDaniel down the left side. We've said that a lot. She's really, she's kind of a spark plug too out there. She runs that sideline really well. Turns it in, and there's a ball out in front that is off balance. That was a attempt to left foot it in, but nothing on the ball. Very easily saved by the keeper. There's my little friend, Jocelyn Evans. And Priest kicks it up in the air.
Yeah.
Grace Young with some great defense here, keeping that ball. It's down in the corners, controlled by Salem. Cassie Smoot with the ball over to
Is it Jordan?
Jordan Lanier, number 2. Lanier has already scored 1 goal in this game. Ooh. She kind of hit a shin, I think, and she is on the ground. Referee is walking over to assess the injury and see if it's timeout is needed. So far, we're keeping the clock running at 33:08. Jordan Lanier is helped up by Sydney Priest. Kind of walk off the. I suppose when you get kicked like that, for a few minutes, it's painful.
Walk it off. Yeah.
But as all the coaches say, just rub some dirt on it and walk it off. You'll be okay. Going to have some more substitutes coming in for. We got number 13 for Presque Isle is Morgan Roy. She'll be going in, and then number 6, Becky Irvin, will be going in for Salem at the next opportunity for substitution. 33-25 and counting with 7-0 score. And again, the ball is turned back at midfield. Grace Young with that got her foot on the ball at midfield and turned it back with McDaniel down the left side. Templeton passes off to McDaniel. She crosses it, but the keeper comes out and was able to make that easy save. But there was a player waiting for her to drop that ball there for Salem. Yeah. That would be Jordan Lanier standing there waiting to see what happened. And we get to midfield and we turn it back the other direction. Becky Irvin down the other side of the field to McDaniel. Jocelyn Evans, nice ball down the corner to Kimmy Templeton, and hits the side of the net. It was a right idea, but it's a little bit off target. So substitutions, number 6 is Becky Irvin going in for Jordan Lanier. I think I said she was already in, but Irvin is now making her appearance.
And for the Spirits, number 6, Becky Irvin.
The ball's just kind of bouncing around in the midfield.
Yeah, and it doesn't get much beyond the midfield line. It's right away turned the other direction. I would say that one of the strengths of Coach Callahan's teams this year has been in midfield, how they're keeping the ball from any penetration whatsoever, and that certainly helps your keeper, certainly helps the team's morale. That hey, we're gonna score a bunch and we're not gonna give up anything. And again, they turn the ball back down to the other end of the field with number 21 for the Owls is Michaela Tracy. There's an easy grounder that bounces in front of the net. Allison Lopez boots it back toward midfield, one hop. Oh, everybody missed it. But that was Sydney Priest. Oh, there's a scoring opportunity. Becky Irvin could have, would have, should have. But the ball did roll.
Got too far.
Yeah, she was almost. There's a header going back the other direction again by Grace Young. Nice, that's a high foot.
Yeah.
Smoot with the ball. Nice, beautiful pass.
Pretty, yeah.
Beautiful pass. Down the right side. It's going to be taken away by Jocelyn Evans. Oh.
Getting some kind of...
There's a kick from almost...
Oh!
There's some contact, number 15 for... that would be Bethany Hill. She didn't put the brakes on quite quick enough, and I don't think Paige Ketchum appreciated that contact. But no call, no foul, so we'll just let it go.
Skyle's trying to get a little bit of...
I would say that was a scoreboard call. When a team is
yes.
really, controlling a game, you let a few things slide. That in a close ball game, there'll be a lot more whistles. Right. Yeah. Here we go again with an attack by Salem. There's a shot down to Sydney Priest, heads it back up toward Grace Young. There's a nice pass down the left side. Becky Irvin. And McDaniel, she gets hit in the back, no call. Becky Irvin turns. Couldn't get anything on the ball, and there's McDaniel's ball right in front of the net's wide open. Somebody needs to kick it. Oh, here we go. There's a kick. And the keeper got back on her feet and scooped that one up. But that was a lot of activity out in front of the goal on that particular possession. Another header by Young turns it back down the other way.
Shot number 33, Megan Menard, save for Lopez.
Evans with the ball over here on our side. Kicks it back for Megan Priest to set up an attack downfield, but is taken away by Sam Nadeau from the Owls. A lot of contact. A lot of. They're going to stop the clock at 27:16 and probably have a discussion with two players.
Yeah.
That you could almost see that building up over there when they were trying to fight for the ball. There's a lot of elbows moving, a lot of pushing, and then when Menard backed away, number 21, Michaela Tracy, kind of pushed her, but there is a open net, no one there to boot it in. Keeper came out and tried to make a save on it, but no one there to finish that off. I've covered a lot of mainly boys sports, and I see boys pushing and shoving.
Yeah.
I've never seen two young ladies go after it like that.
Doesn't happen very often. It happens.
No, but everybody has a fuse. Some of them shorter than others.
Right.
So the ball again is down in the Salem end of the field. Number 27, Casey Smoot with the ball. And waiting for the ball on the defensive end is Megan Priest. She's kind of patrolling the midfield area, and she keeps the ball from going much past midfield, 26 minutes to play here in this semifinal championship game of the GSAC Division III Conference Tournament. The winner will play the winner of today's second game, which we think is Wesleyan against Agnes Scott.
Yes.
They will meet tomorrow at noon. We'll have the game on triadsportscoverage.com. I think Sarah's coming back.
I will be here.
Because I know you got double pay this weekend, so you got to do two games. But that will be for all the marbles, as they say, and for a NCAA tournament bid. So it'll be another interesting day tomorrow with I'm sure Coach Callahan's going to have his team fired up and ready to go. Now, when you're playing like in a league like this where you are more or less dominant, and here we are in a tournament environment where you've got to win, is there a little bit of challenge to step up and not let your game come down, but just go ahead and do what you got to do?
I think there is, and especially since they've played the teams that they'll play, whoever wins this afternoon, knowing that they've beat them already this season. So, you have to show up, but at the same time, you've done it twice before, handedly. So just being able to, show up ready to play from the get-go and not having something like an early goal for them, then you have to start playing. So just making sure that you're ready to go from the beginning.
Right. Well, we got McDaniel again with a shot that goes, looks like it's going to be a corner kick. So Sydney Priest takes the jog from the other end of the field from her defensive position, because she is the corner kick expert for the Salem Spirits. So it's over on the far corner near the scoreboard on the bleacher side of the field, and we have number 4, Lexi Clevenger, standing in front of us,
corner kick for the Spirits,
getting ready to go in the ball game. But here's Priest's corner kick. Nice corner kick.
That's a good corner kick.
Oh, and there's a goal by...
I think it was Becky Irvin.
Was it Becky Irvin? She had an opportunity.
Goal, yeah.
She had an opportunity earlier, and she didn't convert. And now, and you could see they picked her up off the field. I mean, that's,
she's tiny.
These players that don't get that opportunity.
Right.
Now she can always say, "I scored in a tournament game." That's great. And you are right about there's some short players out there, and I know how it is to be vertically challenged, because I was that way my whole life, but. But these little players and looks like McDaniel is coming off the field for Clevenger's going back to play, I think, the right wing.
Yeah.
Or I guess it's the left wing. They're going that way.
Yep.
So McDaniel comes trotting off. She's still got that smile on her face from scoring that goal.
Number 4, Lindsay Clevenger.
So Clevenger is on the left wing. There's a pass to her that's going to be turned away by number 20 for the Owls. Throw in for Presque Isle. Looks like we're going to have another substitution. Liz Smetana is going to be, and I think I met her dad. He's here at the game, I think, again today. I met him last on senior day. And we got another substitute, number 26, and that would be Stephanie Verdi. So Stephanie Verdi and Liz Smetana at the first opportunity will be going into the ball game. We got a free kick by number 20 for the Owls.
Putting it on frame.
Right
again.
in. Look at that.
Every time.
She's had 3 kicks that were right in the middle of the goal.
Yep.
And
but none of our players are. I mean,
nobody's there to. Yeah.
Shot number 20.
No one's challenging
Moliere.
Paige, the keeper for Salem.
So Paige kicks it back to midfield. It's kind of bouncing back and forth here at midfield, but it looks like number 20 does clear it out for the Owls. Chelsea. Cassie Smoot with a pass down the corner for Becky Irvin, and Cassie Smoot centers it, tries to. We're kind of our view is being blocked by referees and players, but ball's coming back toward midfield, but it's going to be
the Owls are trying to get some kind of offense.
Abby DeVoe from the Owls had it down the right sideline, but it rolls into the box, and Paige Ketchum
picks it up.
Just nonchalantly picks it up as one of the Owls runs toward her to initiate some action instead of just standing there watching the game. And there's a high pop-up from Paige Ketchum. There's some contact on that header. Nice pass, but it goes behind Becky Irvin. Will be a throw-in for the Owls. A little pushing there with Smoot and Elena Pratt for the Owls. It's going to roll down the other side. It is kept in bounds, but it's taken away by Salem. Up the left side.
can't tell who that is. Lexi, maybe?
I think it might be Lexi. She went in. I think she went onto the left side when she went on the field. So that ball, we got people standing in front of us. So it's a standing room only crowd here at this semifinal game.
Yeah, goal kick for
so
the Owls.
Jocelyn Evans comes off the field, and number 5, Kimmy Templeton, comes off the field. So Stephanie Verdi and Liz Smetana. And we're going to have another substitute here momentarily. With 20 minutes and 20 seconds to go, another attempt for a goal is picked up by the keeper. One of the players from the Owls is on the ground. Don't know if she did get up. Can't see her number.
I think it was number 20.
Was it number
Yeah.
20? Okay, she's all right. There's some contact. There's more contact with Casey Smoot and Elena Pratt going at it here at there's a handball.
He didn't even see it. Salem's
There's
attacking.
another. Oh, wow. She was dead on right in front of the net and didn't get enough on that ball. She could have angled it and probably scored, but
it was a shot by Stephanie Verdi.
So Verdi didn't convert the goal. But again, another chance for Becky Irvin. She centers it for that was Gracie. Was that great? No, that was number 20.
23.
23 would be Bridget Schindel, who
I think she mishit the ball.
Mishit that one.
Didn't get much on it. The ball's just kind of bouncing around.
Yeah, it's just
they're kicking and going up in the air. No one's really possessing it right now.
Turned away again at midfield. And that's going to be headed out of bounds. Will be a throw in for. Okay, now we have two substitutes going in. We have number 22, Shelby Alfaro, and number 21 for the Owls, Michaela Tracy, will be going in. Looks like Sydney Priest comes off the field for Salem. That's her first break, I think, in the game.
It might be.
Number 22, Shelby Alfaro.
No, she did come out in the first half, didn't she? I think.
Yeah.
But then she went back and played defense.
She didn't come off when the major switch was
right.
The Owls have their.
But again, you only got one player down in the attack, and you've got two defenders and a goalkeeper.
Yeah, long ball over the top, and
it's just going to be difficult to generate any kind of an attack with no one down there to be involved in the play. So Ketchum picks up the. I guess it's going to be a corner kick or a goal kick for Page, and I think someone else is going to take this goal kick. I cannot see the number.
I think it's because they moved her back. I think it's number 15.
That would be Gracie Young.
Yeah.
Ooh, more contact.
But at least he's letting them play.
Yeah, they are. They are definitely letting them play until they start pushing each other, and then we stop it. It's going to be a throw in going the Owls' way. That was. Some contact again. There's one hitting the ground, and the Salem player holds her hands up like I didn't mean to knock her down, and there's no call. So
it keeps going.
So Salem, I think they're getting a little bit lax in their passing, and they're not doing what they were doing 5 minutes ago. It's kind of 8-0 game, 16 minutes, 30 seconds. Yeah, it's
hard to keep the momentum going.
So we have an injury
for the number 15.
They're keeping the clock going, but number 15, Bethany Hill, is being helped off the field by number 4, Sam Nadeau is helping her. She's trying to hop off the field. The trainer goes out to help her. She may have been kicked in the leg. So Amaya Whelan number 10, I believe, is going to be her substitute. There has been quite a few injuries in, the Presque Isle. They've had like 2 or 3 that have been helped off the field.
Number 10, Amaya Whelan.
So the game is back underway with 15:35 and counting. Salem again controlling the ball. There's a header by Gracie Young.
Throw in for the Owls. Oh.
I think the...
trying to find someone to... Oh. It's a foul on the Owls players.
I think the excitement has kind of worn off the game. You know, the fans are kind of sitting in their hands over there because 8-0, which is something that these fans are probably used to because most of the teams that Salem plays, they pretty well dominate the game. But they will face some stiff competition in the NCAAs.
Yeah.
They will definitely be challenged. That's if they win tomorrow. Right. There's always, you got to play the game. So Grace with a header, keeping it at midfield. It's going to be a throw-in going Salem's way with 14:20 to play.
Get in the middle.
You can hear instructions being yelled out because you have some players that don't get a lot of playing time. They're not familiar with what their position is, and their teammates are over here cheering them on and helping them out. It must be a great feeling to have a team as good as he has and all these players that, they're just all good players and they get along. And even though they got way too many blonde ponytails for me to be able to separate who is who.
Oh, jeez, Jay.
So, free kick for the Owls. That's a nice kick down the field.
Yeah.
This is their first attack they've had, but then they get so far and there's no one there, like you say, to carry the play out. They just they'll kick it in a lane that we have a player standing there, and we just return it back up. Yeah. They will get a throw in, I believe, down on their end of the field. Number 4 would be Sam Nadeau with the.
They are switching their goalie out. They just subbed their goalie.
Okay, so they have a new keeper.
The Owls have a new keeper. I'm not sure. Not sure what number she is.
It might be Macy Bellenso. I'm not sure what I didn't hear what he said for the. We do not know who that goalkeeper is. So the clock is running with 12:50, and your Salem College Spirits are up 8-0.
Taking a goal kick.
The ball again being kicked around midfield. Nobody really wants possession of it.
There's
not real accurate passing by Salem. They're just kind of putting their foot on the ball and nothing really, not really seriously making any kind of an attack on the ball. There's a nice kick by Page, comes down at midfield, and
still bouncing.
That was Casey or Bridget Schindel with putting her foot on the ball, and someone hits the ground from a push. I believe they're going to call. That foul may have been on number 4,
I think so.
Lexi Clevenger, I think. Made a little bit too much contact.
Oh.
I took a short break to talk to the athletic director. She's the boss here on the field, the athletic director.
Shot number 20. Olier.
Another.
Ketchum had the save.
That is definitely a flagrant foul by number 7, Cassie Buck. She made sure that the Salem player was going to go out of bounds. So we get a free kick on the far side of the field with 10:45 and counting, 8-0 Salem. Nice location. That ball was perfect. Good defense by the Owls. And number 20, you can tell that number 20, her legs have kind of, she's just not putting her, she's worn out because she's been all over the field. And as we mentioned, with 30 players in uniform for Salem, there's a nice pass for Becky Irvin. Ooh, Stephanie Verdi trying to turn it in. Good defense by Cassie Buck for the Owls. There's a nice pass. It's going to be taken by Casey Smoot down the left sideline. She did hit it out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in with 9:50 to play. 8-0 Salem on top. And a nice throw-in. Good opportunity, but no one there to take advantage of it for the Owls. It's going to be cleared back out. Irvin trying to control the ball. Nice header. Nice play by Becky Irvin. Stephanie Verdi and Becky Irvin getting a lot of action down this right corner, but the ball is turned away by the Owls, number 16, Jasmine Coate. She kicks it out of bounds, and the throw-in will be made by Sierra Hutchins, and it's going to be headed almost into the tennis courts.
For another throw-in for Salem.
So it's another dominating performance by the Salem Spirits. It away. That was Casey Smoot taking it away from the Owls player. Oop, there's a bad kick, goes out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in for the Owls. Number 25 for Salem, Jacqueline Hogue, will be going in for Becky Irvin. Is going to be taking a seat on the bench after some quality minutes. And the coach teases her about her height. I'll tell you what, when you win like they do, you can have a lot of fun on the sideline.
Makes it a lot more fun.
Oh, yeah. I thought we were going to get kicked by the ball that time, Sarah. That was kind of close. Salem controlling the ball again with number 23, Bridget Schindel. The pass down the left side.
Ball, yeah.
See if she can turn it in. It's knocked away by number 20.
Knocked out for a corner.
So it's going to be a corner kick, and we will have someone other than Sydney Priest taking the kick. I think it's number 23. Is that Bridget Schindel taking the kick?
Yeah.
7:40 and counting. I got to give a shout out today to Mr. Charlie Hilton, who's doing our photography for the website. He does some great work, great photographer. Appreciate him coming out to these games and helping out the website. They'll be up on the website at least by tomorrow morning with a brief article about the game. So go to triadsportscoverage.com to check out the photos and the summary of the game. Number 32, Emily McNear, will be replacing Sierra Hutchins with 7 minutes to go in the game. And I don't want to sit too close to the bench because Coach may call on me to play too. So I gotta watch it. Nice shot by Bridget Schindel, but it is taken in by the keeper for the Owls. Nice aggressive move by Megan Menard to take that ball away at midfield and turn it back up toward the goal with number, can't see with the referee standing in front of us. And it's going to be a throw in for Salem. And looks like Kimmy Templeton's going to come back in the ballgame. Templeton also has scored a goal for the Salem Spirits. So Templeton is on for number 23 would be Bridget Schindel. So she comes off with 6 minutes to go in the ball game. Nice header at midfield. Keep the ball at this end of the field. Number 4 for the Owls, Sam Nadeau. Ball goes out of bounds again off the Owls, and it'll be a throw-in for Salem. And another chance for Salem. Nice play by, kicked out. There's a header by Templeton, number 5.
Oh.
Now we got a lot of aggressive play down in the corner. 5 minutes and 15 seconds, and your Salem College Spirits are up 8-0 over the University of Maine at Presque Isle Owls. Another chance for the Salem number 33 with a nice kick.
Shot,
that was Megan Menard.
That's a nice shot.
That was a great opportunity. And
goes just wide, and it'll be a goal kick.
A goal kick for the Owls, and we got 4:44 to play in the ball game. Game is pretty much decided with 8-0 score. Salem playing with it here at midfield, trying to move it up toward the goal. Number 22 is Shelby Afaro. Kicks it down toward the goal, but it's going to go offsides against the Salem Spirits. It might have been Liz Smetana was offsides, I believe.
Could have been. It's hard to see from this angle.
I'm amazed that I can call these names out. I'm starting to know who they are. And that's weird. Now I got to learn the basketball players so I can call their names out. I want to give a shout out to Melissa Barrett, too. She's the athletic director here at Salem College. She's been very helpful in getting us prepared to broadcast these games. We're looking forward to the basketball season. You need to come up to a basketball game, Sarah.
Okay, I'll be here.
And I'll probably get you on the air.
Okay. I don't know if you want me to talk about basketball.
It doesn't matter. Just talk about soccer. So we have another corner kick coming up for Salem. 3:25 on the clock. Can't tell that number. Is it number 5?
Not sure.
If it's number 5, it's Templeton, but I can't.
I think it is. It's cleared out by the Owls pretty easily.
It was Clevenger with foot on the ball, bringing it back down. Now we just got some errant passes going back and forth. It's you can tell the other team is absolutely worn out, and I think our team is just the Salem Spirits are just trying to make something happen and get this clock to run out. But again, they're going to keep it in their end of the field again. Megan Menard at midfield having some contact but no call. This is going to be taken in by Paige Ketchum. She's going to take her time, let it roll down. 2:28 to play. No reason to hurry. Another nice boot by Paige Ketchum. Comes down, controlled by Salem at midfield.
Oh. Offside.
Offsides, Jacqueline Hogue. She's another one another player that doesn't get a lot of playing time, and she's probably a little bit overexcited and anxious to get a chance to score. She was offsides.
But she did well singing the national anthem.
She did a great job. That was a beautiful rendition of the national anthem. Minute 42, and free kick for the Owls, and it goes out. I think that would be off
Salem.
of.
I think it went off on Salem, yeah.
I thought Salem hit it out, so it'll be a throw-in for the Owls. Templeton controlling it, turns, hits it back up the field for another teammate. A lot of legs in the air.
Ooh,
there's a trip or inadvertent.
Late,
yeah. You may be able to hear the teammates over here screaming for some of these substitute to score another goal. You may have heard they announced the 1 minute mark of the ball game. It's going to be a throw in for Salem. That sun is in a great position to blind us.
Yeah.
Ooh, Salem hits it up toward the goal. Keeper better. Yep, she grabbed it. If that ball would have rebounded, it would have been an open net. So 30 seconds to go and counting. They're going to call a foul on Templeton, I believe. I believe that's Kimmy at number 5. Nice kick.
Oh.
It's going to be turned away down in the box by a Salem defender.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And that is your ball game in the semifinal matchup in the GSAC postseason tournament. The Salem Spirits record an 8-0 shutout win over University of Maine at Presque Isle. It was more or less a dominant game by the Spirits, which I don't think will surprise anyone as far as how these girls play. I mean, they play most teams this way, but you got to give the other team a lot of credit, particularly that their first keeper who. She was bombarded with a lot of close shots, and she did a great job. And also number 20, Chelsea Lenz Bolu.
Yeah, pretty much.
Now we do have the final stats. Obviously, they scored 3 goals in the second. It was 5-0 at halftime. So then Brooke Bucas had a goal for the Spirits. So did Taylor Norman. I'm so glad Taylor scored again because she's all over the field. And Becky Irvin, that was a great header off a corner kick. That was just a great all-around team effort.
Yeah.
And when I say team, I mean there was a lot of players that got some playing time. And
you had 8 different people score.
Yeah, I mean when you have that many people scoring, there's a lot going on. The replacement goalie was Macy Bellanso, and she was credited with 1 save. 15 saves on the day for Allison Lopez for the Owls. That's pretty remarkable. Yeah. And Paige Ketchum did get a little bit more action, had a total of 4 saves in the 8-0 shutout. 37 shots for your Salem Spirits as compared to 4 shots by the Presque Isle Owls. So, in corner kicks, it was 9-0 in favor of Salem. So it was a total domination by the Spirits. We're going to try to get someone on the air here momentarily. I know they have a post-game ritual they go through, and I know it's if I know coaches are all superstitious and they all have to follow that routine, or it kind of messes everything up. But we will, if we can get a player over here, we're going to do that before we go off the air. But we'll be back on the air tomorrow at 11:55. Now you'll be up and at them at 11:55. The kickoff is scheduled for noon, so it should kick off on time because there's no preliminary game that would be being interfered with the time of start. So we should be here with the game at 11:55. It'll be Salem College in the championship game versus the winner of Wesleyan versus Agnes Scott, which that game will be coming up in about an hour here at Salem College. We're gonna take another short commercial break, and maybe when we come back, if I can get Coach Callahan maybe to come over and maybe a player.
Is your business going to die alone? Never meet the customers of its dreams? Just sit on the couch crying into a carton of ice cream while other businesses are out there thriving? New Expression can help. Without the right marketing, you're a wallflower. Without a great website, you're you're not going to turn heads. And without social media, you don't even have a friend to tell people what a great personality you have. New Expression can give your business a total brand makeover and get you out there, attracting customers. It used to be about who had the biggest ad in the phone book. Today, customers hit the web to locate and research before they call. If Google isn't steering customers to your site or they're not impressed by what they see, you're missing out. New Expression does web design and can provide a free analysis to see how your site stacks up against the competition. Don't have time to constantly update social media? Want cool custom apps and graphics? New Expression can help there too. From print design to mobile marketing to online presence to brand identity, New Expression can help you express yourself. Find out more at nuexpression.com.
And we were back live at Winston-Salem, North Carolina, at the Salem College Soccer Complex after the 8-0 dominating victory by the Salem Spirit over the University of Maine at Presque Isle Owls. That is a long name. But I'm here with Sarah McCormick, who I said she played it. I know she played at Pfeiffer because she told me that when she was on the show a few weeks ago. But I do know she used to coach here. But she's been very very informative in her analysis of what's going on. It's been a great game. You always like it when your team that you root for can be as dominant as Salem was today. We are going to, after Coach Callahan has his post-game talk with his team, we're going to try to get both he and one of the players. We're trying to get Casey McDaniel to come over and give us a few comments about the game and how she was able to score her first goal or a goal today in the game, one of the 8 that the Spirits were able to put on the board. Again, for those that were not here earlier, we'll run down who scored for the Spirits. And as Sarah pointed out earlier, 8 different players scored a goal, which, first of all, it shows you how deep the team is and how talented all these players are. But we had Taryn Johnson, who is very familiar with scoring goals, and Jordan Lanier scored, and Casey McDaniel, and Kimmy Templeton. She's also scored before. She scored today. Shelby Alfaro, Brooke Bucas scored, and Taylor Norman. You know, she's all over the field. She's a great player from up in Fairfax, Virginia. And then Becky Irvin scored, and it was interesting. We were talking about these small players, and they picked her up off the ground when she scored. It was really cool to see someone that doesn't get that experience all the time to be able to have a quality, play some quality minutes, be part of the offense, and score a goal. And it was a great. No matter who the coach put on the field, there was 11 good players, and they were in no mood to back down and to say, well, we got this game in hand. Right. And you can't say enough good things about the team from Maine, the Owls. They knew they were in for a tough challenge. I mean, Salem has a reputation, and if you know anything about soccer in the Great South Athletic Conference, you know that Salem is the top dog. I mean, that's just the facts. And for those young ladies come down here and put forth a great effort, and particularly the goalkeeper, Allison Lopez. We said it 2 or 3 times how impressed we were and what she was able to do. And then in number 20, and her name is Chelsea Lenz Bolu, and I may be saying that wrong, but she is actually a senior from Presque Isle, Maine. So this will be her last year of playing college soccer. This, I guess, may have been her last ball game, maybe. But she was such a part of the of what was happening on the field, on offense, on defense, helping the player off the field when she was hurt, just doing a lot of things that good players do. And she's probably had a great career up at Presque Isle, and we want to wish her luck in whatever her future endeavors are. We are still waiting for the coach to come over. I'm sure Coach, here comes McDaniel, I believe. Is that she's got her duffel bag with all her equipment, and this probably weighs more than she does trying to drag it over here. But we'll have her put on the number 3 microphone when she gets here, and I'll even let you ask her some questions since you probably you didn't coach her, did you? Or
no,
you?
She's a first year. So
she's a first year player. Oh. I just punched the gal out almost. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
But we have Casey McDaniel. Can you hear me, Casey?
Yeah, I hear you.
Put the microphone close.
Oh, okay.
There you go. I'm going to let Coach McCormick ask you some questions, but I want to say congratulations on a great game.
Thank
you scored a goal.
Yeah.
It must have been fun to be in a conference tournament, college soccer, and you go score a goal.
Absolutely.
Now, we also commented about how many players got to play today and how freely he substituted, and nothing ever dropped off, no matter who was on the field. And I know you were having a ball out there. I could tell you were excited, but I'm going to let Coach McCormick ask you a few technical things.
Okay.
And she said, "Oh no, what am I going to ask her?"
Oh, I don't know. Is that your first goal of the season?
That's my second goal, I believe. Yeah, second goal.
Let's see. Something about Salem soccer. What are you enjoying about the team this year?
I really love how focused everybody is, and I think it really transfers onto the field how we have a goal and we want to meet that goal. And so whether it's the starters or the people coming in off the bench, we're all focused on that same goal, and it's really a good energy to have.
In that same tone, when you go out on the field and it's 5-0, I'm sure players that are put on the field, they could care less. They're going to play hard.
Mm-hmm.
And that was evident, by the way. You came out and they scored 3 goals in the second half. And having that depth does wear on the other team. You could tell by how the other team, we commented about how number 20 was their go-to player. Mm-hmm. And by the end of the game, she didn't have a lot in her legs anymore. Mm-hmm. She was worn out. Whereas the Spirits had all kinds of, fresh legs running up and down the field. And that's a great part of the success of the program, I think, is how Coach Callahan, he doesn't get 11 good players, he gets 30 good players or great players. Mm-hmm. And anytime you put someone out there, you're going to get 110% effort.
Absolutely.
Now, looking tomorrow, you're going to be in a championship game against either, I think it's Wesleyan playing Agnes Scott. You've defeated both those teams. You know their style. You know what their strengths are, what their weaknesses are. Any special things that Coach Callahan has said going into a championship game?
We're just going to focus on playing our game and keep bringing what we've been bringing into these games and keeping up the intensity, not getting too big-headed about it, and just playing all 90 minutes till the end.
Now, if you win tomorrow, of course, you'll get a bid in the NCAA tournament. Mm-hmm. And that's got to be a big thrill to play in an NCAA tournament.
Yeah.
Now, do you know where they'll play? I don't think you know that yet, do you?
I don't. Mm-mm.
And they'll have a seating, and they'll announce all those here, I think, next week. Well, I want to wish you good luck in soccer and also in whatever. What are you majoring in at Salem?
Accounting.
There's a person on this broadcast that majored in accounting a few hundred years ago. So I want to say good luck to you in that endeavor, too. But it's fun to watch you play. You have a lot of energy on the field, and it's neat to watch a team the caliber of Salem play soccer. So congratulations and good luck to you. And maybe you'll get to score a goal or two tomorrow, too.
Hopefully.
So, and where are you from?
I'm from Belmont, North Carolina.
Belmont. Now, where is Belmont?
It's like 20 minutes outside of Charlotte.
Okay, so you're not that far from home.
Mm-mm.
Okay,
Good hour and a half drive home.
And you're a first-year player?
Yes.
Wow, so you're going to be part of the future of Salem Spirits.
I sure hope so.
Well, congratulations. I think Coach McCormick will also vouch for this. You're a great little player. I mean, very talented and a lot of fun to watch. Good luck to you, and just keep the spirits up, okay?
Yeah.
Casey McDaniel, congratulations.
Thank you.
Good job.
We were going to have a word with Coach Callahan, but he may be, you know what, he's probably recruiting a player somewhere. Is he over there? We're going to go ahead, I guess, and sign off. Coach Callahan, as the host of the tournament, I'm sure these administrators have other duties, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to sign off for today, but we want to remind you to tune in tomorrow at 11:55 a.m. for the noon kickoff of the Salem Spirits playing either Wesleyan or Agnes Scott in the championship game. We will have Miss Sarah McCormick back in the booth with the expert commentary of women's soccer. So for Sarah McCormick, I want to say this is it's been a pleasure doing the game with her, and we're going to have the championship game tomorrow. And we'll be on the air at 11:55. Again, Salem wins 8-0. So for Sarah McCormick, this is Mike Pettaway saying thank you, and we will be back on the air tomorrow.